ayé 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 ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wo ni MohBad ṣẹ̀ o.
wetin kí ìmọ̀lẹ̀ ta ló pa ìmọ̀lẹ̀ o.
nígbà tó yẹ kó búyọ ó yẹ ká mọ̀.
MohBad the light MohBad ìmọ̀lẹ̀ MohBad the new we new.
ìlérí olúwa ọ̀làdìmẹ́jì o ọmọ alọ́ba the new we new. With a voice so unique, lyrics so strong, a unique talent, a story to be told. MohBad, ìmọ́lẹ̀ MohBad, the new we new. Ta ló paná ògo ìmọ́lẹ̀?
From the street to the state.
Tí ò fẹ́ kógo ìmọ́lẹ̀ yọ.
MohBad for this way.
Ta ló paná ògo ìmọ́lẹ̀?
From the street to the state.
Tí ò fẹ́ kógo ìmọ́lẹ̀ yọ.
MohBad for this way.
Who get the glory of MohBad?
From the street to the state.
For MohBad glory not to shine.
MohBad for this way.
Who get the glory of MohBad?
From the street to the state.
For MohBad glory not to shine, oh.
MohBad for this way.
They try to dim his light. They try to block his way. Ṣùgbọ́n nínú ọkàn wa, your legacy is divine. MohBad, the light MohBad, ìmọ́lẹ̀ MohBad, the name we knew. Ìlérí olúwa ọ̀làdìmẹ́jì o ọmọ alọ́ba the name we knew. Though you face battles, you still stood up. In our memory, you never fall. Though you raise your voice, you cried out loud. But silence met you from the crowd. Assaulted, you were around. You reported, nothing was done.
Now they speak of love, assurance in peace.
But where them day when you dey struggle? The world was silent, the lights turned away. But where them day when you dey struggle? MohBad wọ́n ti pa ẹ́ lójú wọ́n ti dá.
Though you are gone, your music go drive.
Ẹni pa gúnugún kìí ká dùn. Ẹni pa gúnugún kìí ká dùn. Ẹni pa àkàlàmàgbò kìí pọ̀ṣù. Ẹni pa gúnugún ṣe kìí ká dùn. Ẹni pa àkàlàmàgbò kìí pọ̀ṣù. Má sùn rẹ lọ MohBad, the race is over. No one can chase you anymore. Ẹni bá lọ́wọ́ nínú ikú MohBad. May their days be few, the other men take their places. May their buying tire tọmọtọmọ.
Ọ̀rọ̀ ńlá lẹ́dà o.
May their days be few, the other men take their places. May their buying tire tọmọtọmọ. Bàbá lé ní báwo bàbá ni ìwọ̀n lábá ní ṣọ̀tá mọ́. The other men take their places. May their buying tire tọmọtọmọ. Ẹni bá lọ́wọ́ nínú ikú, ìlérí olúwa, ọmọ àlọ́ba o. Má sùn re lọ MohBad, má jẹ́ kó ló má jọkùnrùn. Òótọ́ bá jẹ lájúlé ọ̀run kò bá wọn jẹ. Gbogbo ẹbí rẹ̀ ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀. Bella Smuda ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ o. Gbogbo olórin ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀. Gbogbo àwọn fans ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ o. Gbogbo Ìkòròdú wọn ò máa gbẹ̀yìn. Gbogbo Nigerians ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ o. Gbẹ̀ngà Afọláyan ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀.
Have we spent £1 billion and we're still losing to a 10-man West Ham? They don't even have rice anymore. I can't do this every season. Sort it out!
Our strength, fire, fuels our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Luton Town fell 3 goals, we scored and claim our right. In unity we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Jesse, sort it out.
Gbẹ̀ngà Fọláyan kí ló sọ o.
Our strength, fire, fuels, our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Looting time, fair three goals, we scored and claim our right. Unity, we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Jesse, sort it out.
Ọmọge yìí ó tó lọ sọ.
Our strength, fire, fuels, our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Looting time, fair three goals, we score and claim our right. Unity, we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Jesse, sort it out. In Jesse Blue, you took this thing. Unkuku, our star, with your mind. As we defeat your precision magic. Any injury, conquer. Your skills and grace, a joy to behold. With every touch, you turn us bold. Though you are injured, we can't forget you. With each passing day, our chest goes strong. You will be back before long. Nítorí akọni ni ẹ́. Akọni no dey slack ṣojo. Nkuku gbéra ńlẹ̀, we dey wait for you. Nkuku, you will be back before long. Nítorí akọni ni ẹ́. Akọni no dey slack ṣojo. Nkuku gbéra ńlẹ̀, we dey wait for you. In Jesse Blue, you took this day. Nkuku, our star. With all your might. As we dey facing any injury, come. Your skills and grace, a joy to behold. With every touch, you turn us bold. Though you are injured, we can't forget you. With each passing day, our chest grows strong. You will be back before long. Nítorí akọni ni ẹ́. Akọni no dey slack ṣojo.
Nkuku gbéra ńlẹ̀, we dey wait for you.
Christopher Nkuku, you will be back before long. Nítorí akọni ni ẹ́. Akọni no dey slack ṣojo. Nkuku gbéra ńlẹ̀. It is a precision time, it is a precision time. No dolly, rara, gbogbo blues army. The time to prepare for Premiership League is here. Blues army, here we go. Ale, 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 ale.
When premiership calls, time records the victory in us.
To win or lose, yo, not be the only thing. Not the way we play, yo. Ìyẹn náà ṣe kókó.
This is the chance we go take win league. This is the chance we go take win league.
Reaching for the top, oh, is our aim.
We are the pride of London.
Blue is the color. Football is the game.
Winning is our aim.
To be number one, oh, we go run like the wind.
Winning again and again.
Reaching higher.
Cause sky is blue.
This is what we want, oh, in this season. We want Chelsea to the win, but we've got to give it all. Ariwo ayọ̀ lágbàlá Chelsea. Ariwo ìdùnnú o lágbàlá Chelsea. Loser me, ṣé you don dey feel am? Loser me, ṣé you don dey feel it? Cause if we feel it, the world is at our feet. Arsenal no fit, yo. Liverpool no fit. No one fit hold us down.
If really we want it.
Here we go, blues army. Ale, ale. Here we go. Ale, ale.
We go celebrate.
Ale, ale. Ayé, ayé, ayé. Ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wo ni MohBad ṣẹ̀ o?
Wetin kí ìmọ̀lẹ̀ ta ló pa ìmọ̀lẹ̀ o?
Nígbà tó yẹ kó búyọ, ó yẹ ká mọ̀.
MohBad, the light MohBad, ìmọ̀lẹ̀ MohBad, the new we new.
Ìlérí Olúwa, Ọládìméjì o. Ọmọ alọ́ba, the new we new. With a voice so unique, lyrics so strong, a unique talent, a story to be told. MohBad, ìmọ́lẹ̀ MohBad, the new we new. Ta ló paná ògo ìmọ́lẹ̀?
From the street to the state.
Tí ò fẹ́ kógo ìmọ́lẹ̀ yọ.
MohBad for this way.
Ta ló paná ògo ìmọ́lẹ̀?
From the street to the state.
Tí ò fẹ́ kógo ìmọ́lẹ̀ yọ.
MohBad for this way.
Who get the glory of MohBad?
From the street to the state.
For MohBad glory not to shine.
MohBad for this way.
Who get the glory of MohBad?
From the street to the state.
For MohBad glory not to shine, oh.
MohBad for this way.
They try to dim his light. They try to block his way. Ṣùgbọ́n nínú ọkàn wa, your legacy is divine. MohBad, the light MohBad, ìmọ́lẹ̀ MohBad, the name we knew. Ìlérí Olúwa, Ọládìméjì o, ọmọ alọ́ba, the name we knew. Though you face battles, you still stood up. In our memory, you never fall. Though you raise your voice, you cried out loud. But silence met you from the crowd. Assaulted, you were harassed. You reported, nothing was done.
Now they speak of love, assurance in peace.
But where them day when you dey struggle? The world was silent, the lights gone away. But where them day when you dey struggle? MohBad, wọ́n ti pa ojú wọn ti dá.
Though you are gone, your music will drive.
Ẹni pa gúnugún kìí kádùn. Ẹni pa gúnugún kìí kádùn. Ẹni pa àkàlàmàgbò kìí pọ̀ṣù. Ẹni pa gúnugún ṣe kìí kádùn. ẹni pa kàlàmàgbò kì í pọ̀ṣù. Má sùn re lọ MohBad, the race is over. No one can chase you anymore. Ẹni bá lọ́wọ́ nínú ikú MohBad. May their days be few, the other men take their places. May they buy tire tọmọtọmọ.
Òru ńlá lẹ́dà o.
May their days be few, the other men take their places. May they buy tire tọmọtọmọ. Bàbá lé ní báwo bàbá ni ìwọ̀n lábá ní ṣọ̀tá mọ́. The other men take their places. May they buy tire tọmọtọmọ. Ẹni bá lọ́wọ́ nínú ikú, ìlérí Olúwa, ọmọ àlọ́bà o. Má sùn re lọ MohBad, má jẹ́ kó ló má jọkùnrùn. Òótọ́ bá jẹ lájúlé ọ̀run kò bá wọn jẹ. Gbogbo ẹbí rẹ̀ ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀. Bella Smuda ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ o. Gbogbo olórin ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀. Gbogbo àwọn fans ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ o. Gbogbo Ìkòròdú wọn ò mà gbẹ́yìn. Gbogbo Nigerians ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ o. Gbẹ̀ngà Afọláyan ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀.
Good evening, everyone, and happy Sunday to you. My name is Benga Afolayan, and I want to say happy weekend, happy new week, happy Sunday to you. Wherever you are watching me at the moment, I want to say hello to you all. I know in Nigeria now it will be maybe 10 p.m. and in Ghana maybe it will still be 9 p.m. I want to use this medium to send my condolences to the family of Ileri Oluwa Oladimeji Aloba, popularly known as MohBad. I pray may his soul rest in perfect peace. Yeah, in the music industry in Nigeria has lost one of promising, talented guys who is known as MohBad. He was a unique guy. Of course, I didn't know him when he was alive. Apparently, I knew about him when he died, unfortunately. And that really helped me to dig deeper into his into his story and into what led to his death. It was a pathetic story, actually. It was a pathetic story. MohBad story is a pathetic story. You see, what I could see is what I could see from that story is that MohBad happened to be an hustler. MohBad was an hustler because when I dig deeper into his story, I got to know that he was a carpenter before. He was a carpenter before, and while he was doing his carpentry work, in fact, he was using the profits he was making, money he was getting from his carpentry work to record in the studio. So he struggled from the street to the stage, and that's the general story. That's the general story of most of the musicians that you see today. Most of them struggle from the street to the stage. It's not that maybe there is a platform for them to go through to become a star. No. Most of the musicians that you see today, even in your own country where you are watching me now, it's not about Nigeria. It's not about maybe it's from or it's a Yoruba artist. No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that many artists that you are seeing today, Many of them, struggle from the street, also very hard on the street, in the street to the stage. That's the story of MohBad. He struggled from the street to the stage. And when it was the time for him to be shining, then they they took his life. They took his life. So MohBad's story is a pathetic story, and that was why I did a song, a tribute song for him. So if you are watching me now, I want you to share this broadcast. At least it's a special broadcast, at least to honor MohBad. Yeah, to honor MohBad. And that was why I took time to write that song and produce that song. I've played it like twice. That was why it took time for me to come on the live broadcast, because I want to play that song at least twice before we start today's broadcast. So I want to use this wisdom again uh, to to say to wish the family of our late brother, late artist, late talented man, MohBad. I want to wish his family the fortitude. I want to wish them uh, better moment. Let me put it like that. Let me wish them better moment for their loss, and I pray that God will give them the fortitude to bear the loss. Yes, the reason why I say I wish them better moment now is that I know the death of MohBad happened to be a tragic loss, and while I'm saying that I wish them better moments, that because I know at this moment they are feeling sad, they are mourning him. So the only thing I could wish them is to wish them better moment, and for them to send my condolences to them, and to pray to Almighty God to give the family of MohBad the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss of their talented son, of their of and also pray to for his wife and for his son that he left behind. May the Lord give them also the fortitude to bear the loss. Yeah, it was a great loss. It was a tragic loss. It was a tragedy. Let me put it like that, because what led to his death was what even made his death to be more painful. So it is well. Now to get back to the issue about Chelsea. Hmm. I'm not happy at the moment, to tell you the truth. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. When your club is not getting the desired, or let me say desirable result, there is no way you will be happy. There is no way you will be happy. So there is no way. And that was why I didn't actually make a post about our game before we play today, because I sense in my spirit that we may not have our maximum 3 points. That was why I didn't write anything. Later on, I just posted lineup. That is that lineup that I posted was afterthought, because at the time I even posted it, they had started the match. So I had the feeling that we won't have 3 points. So, but what I was praying that, Lord, even if we not have 3 points, let's just draw the match. You could see from the first half we were dominating, but the problem is that they were not scoring. Today, Nicola Jackson also lost many chances. I didn't know what happened even to Nicola Jackson today. I can't say. I can't say. Uh, for me, I'm just speechless. That's what I can say. And that's why today's program will be short. Today's broadcast will be short. I don't know what I can say. We are not playing well at the moment. That's the truth. We should not what sugarcoat anything. Even though I'm going to, I'm going to still inspire myself, still encourage myself, and still encourage all Chelsea fans, watch, all Chelsea fans, and all Chelsea forum, all Chelsea communities. The fact remains that we are not playing well now at the moment. That's the truth. Chelsea are not playing well. Let's accept that fact. And that's why I said we need to get better. Well, if you look at the title, after I said rest in peace, MohBad, I said get better, Chelsea. Yes, we need to get better. We can't continue to be losing points in this kind of match with Bournemouth. So we cannot beat Bournemouth. We cannot score. Wow. Now, wow. I am just tired. Honestly, it's frustrating. Now, Arsenal won their own away match with Everton, but only Bournemouth. We find it so difficult to beat Bournemouth. It's not about getting possession. Possession will not give you any result. If you like, be dribbling. In fact, it was God who saved us because they were just launching counter attacks, especially toward the end of the match. Thank God for Sanchez today. Sanchez really tried. Save us, at least the one I could see. I could still remember. I saw two clear chances where they would have scored us. But Sanchez, no. Sanchez really tried today. If I were to give anyone man of the match today, it will be what? Sanchez. It will be Sanchez. If I were to give any remark, or maybe uh, I want to give him a player of the match, it will be Sanchez. He surprised me today. He surprised because during the week I tongue lash him, but today he surprised me. That means there's a room for improvement. So I want to say now that despite the fact that we are not performing well now, I still believe we can still get better. Olalekan Kolawole is saying something here. Olalekan said, today's display of our team should be blamed on the coach. Jackson worked too much, and the ones who get him the ball are not doing well. Enzo should have been the ball playing midfielder, but was to play 8, and Kalaga play his place. And the one Modric that created 3 chances in first half was removed instead of Sterling. I strongly agree with you, Lekan. I strongly agree with you, Mr. Lekan. The little point that I would not, I wouldn't really agree with is about Jackson working too much. I agree with that, but I have reservation. I think it's because Jackson also has his own fault. He's not positioning himself very well. You could see the chances that you said Modric created for him, and a few chances that were created by other players as well. Of course, I could see that kind of workaholic trait of Drogba in Jackson. However, Jackson has not actually utilized him better. He still is not positioning himself to be in the right place at the right time. You as a striker, you give yourself brain. You can't be running throughout. You can't be running from one pole to another pole on the pitch. You cannot be running around the field as a striker. You leave the work sometimes. You leave the work. You don't need to defend sometimes. I'm not saying that he cannot defend. Of course, Drogba used to defend. But in a match like this, you position yourself very well. I observed that Jackson himself was not positioning himself in a, he was not positioning himself better. I think Pochettino needs to work on that. Jackson needs to, of course, I know he has this agility, and he's a promising player, but he needs to. This is Premiership. This is not what La Liga. See the way the referee was just doing today when they were kicking us. The referee overlook. They kick him. They kick him. They kick Modric. The referee overlooked those instances. So as a striker, you need to position yourself better. Position yourself in right positions. If you don't position yourself, because now, like I agree with what you said that how will a normal coach, yes, I saw it. How will a normal coach now put Galaga in the position of Enzo? How will you do that? Of course, but I want to be candid. Galaga really try, but I would have preferred Enzo to play his position, other than for him to be playing 8. I would have preferred Enzo to play that position to support Jackson instead of him playing 8. But just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. And the issue about Modric need play time. Of course, we could see what Modric did in that first half. I could see what he did. You have to allow this Modric, to get his confidence back. You can't just be removing him like that. Let him play the rubbish for 5 games. Let's see. That guy is a promising guy for us. We just need to give him more time. Me, that's my opinion. I know some people will say, which more time, which more time. How many minutes? Some player will not pick until they have adequate playing time. Today, Sterling did, apart from the free kick that Sterling played, I think Sterling was not into this match fully. Raheem Sterling was not into this match fully, actually. Was not into this match. He was not into this match. He was not into this match. I really feel for our coach now. I don't know why he's just. I don't know why it's not just. It's just. I'm short of words. He was. This is not the time to experiment. This is not an experimental moment. This is a time for us to get a result. You know, I'm happy. I'm happy for Arsenal fans. Their club are doing well. They won an away game earlier today, and we drew with which club? With Bournemouth. There's no way Arsenal will not get maximum 3 points if they were to be the one playing Bournemouth today. That game, the match, that match, honestly, we're supposed to get our 3 points conveniently. We're supposed to have sealed that game in the first half. We're supposed to have sealed it, but we never did. We never did. And that was frustrating, actually. That was disheartening. Honestly, it was a colossal loss for me even though we had the 1 point. It seems to me that we lost the match. That was the way I felt after the end of the match. I felt that we lost the match. What is the essence of playing 5 games and having 5 points? We have played 5 games, and from that 5 games, instead of us, 5 games, 5 games, which amount to 15 points. So from 15 points, we could only secure 5 points. Then we have lost 10 points. That's so frustrating. I know this week we will receive a lot of banters because one of the banters that we have been receiving is that we are mid-table club. You know the kind of fans that could be saying that. They are Arsenal fans actually, but because I can't say anything against Arsenal fans at the moment, because I have promised that I will not say anything against Arsenal till after September 27. So they were sending it to me via SMS and via Facebook Messenger and all my social media handles. But I remain unperturbed. I remain unperturbed. Yeah, I remain unperturbed. We move. There's nothing we can do now. We move and we pray, we support. But it's frustrating and it's painful. It's painful. All I can say is that I pray we get better. From 15 points, we could only succeed in getting 5 points. We are talking about Chelsea. We are talking about Chelsea. And we could only secure 5 points. That's frustrating to tell you. It's frustrating. But as a lawyer for Chelsea fans, I still believe the sky is still blue. I still believe Chelsea is the name. I still believe that we rule, and the others what follow us. We move, they follow us. Let's have that. Let's have that faith in us. Let's have that conviction that things could still be better for Chelsea. Yes, I know. I could feel your pain. I know all of us now, we are not happy. We are not happy fans at the moment. But it's good for us to express that emotions. It's good for us to express that emotion. So express any emotions we are feeling. Like if someone has written something. Olalekan Kolawole said, Enzo was not effective today with passes. And Modric was isolated to focus on Sterling, which is not productive. I just hope the coach can be more aggressive because his display is amateur. Correct. Lekan, I like that. I like the way you carefully use your words. I'm not good at all. Honestly, he should know that if he can't get it right here, he should go and retire because he's not doing well. Coach's attitude nowadays is affecting him. Truly, I'm not saying honestly. From what I've seen today, I think Pochettino is not actually getting it right. I'm not a coach. So I'm not a coach. So because some people now may say that, okay, are you a coach? Yes, I'm not a coach. And you could see Olalekan Kolawole is also not a coach. But what Kolawole is spitting out now, you could see some logical facts from what he has said. You position Enzo out of his own place, his own position. You put Gallagher there, and all the balls they were just being launched for Raheem Sterling. forgetting the flank that Modric was what handling. Modric, I can't blame that guy. Modric was not getting enough for balls. The few the few passes he got, we could see how he utilized those passes. Of course, at a point the referees was just, well, I don't know, I didn't know what happened to that referee. He was just overlooking the kind of tackles that our opponents, you know, they were what? They were giving that innocent guy, Modric. They were just tackling dirty tackles, sliding in. And the referee didn't see anything. Of course, it's Premiership. But the few passes that Modric got, and for me, I would still rate him 75%. He was able to make use of that. And we saw how he connected with Jackson, how they connected together. Unfortunately, they just remove him. You- We are also watching the same match, and I feel that Pochettino needs to do more. At the moment, Pochettino's strategy looks amateurish. Yeah, Pochettino's strategy looks amateurish to me. Why will you put Kalaga in the place Enzo supposed to what, to handle, and you now what, put Kalaga? You put Kalaga in Enzo's position. You put Enzo in Kalaga's position. There's no way we can get good results. Oh, thank you, Lekon. There's no. I will give Modric 75%. Actually, I will give him, because the few balls, the few passes he got, we saw what he made use of those passes. I, I saw 1-2. The way Jackson and Modric were playing 1-2. Leave them, let them bond. This is the moment for players to bond. They are new players, they are young players. Let them bond. It is when they bond we will get a result. If they don't bond, we won't get a result. This is what I will be coming on live broadcast. I will be what? I will be making, I will be not just making noise, because some people will say I'm making noise. It's the pain in me. It's the pain I felt. Of course, I felt what you guys also are, what you felt into this match. Baba Jeje, thank you. Good evening, sir. I've been Baba Jeje, good evening, sir. I've been expecting you to do this live video. Yes, I'm here. It's frustrating. I never even wanted to do a live video today. But I said, let me come on live broadcast and spit out the truth and inspire us that we will get that result. We will keep criticizing. We will keep criticizing Pochettino's strategy. I will keep talking until things work better. Things work better for us. I will keep talking. I will keep talking. I will keep encouraging us. Today's match shows that Pochettino is not getting it. His strategies today look amateurish to me. That's my opinion. Look amateurish. Why will you put Enzo in Kalaga's position and put Kalaga in Enzo's position? There's a different. Kalaga, yes, is brutal. He's a beast. He runs. He has that strength. But it's not as skillful as Enzo. It's not as skillful as Enzo. We could see that even though he was put up front, we could see the way he was also doing playing a midfielder's role, a defensive midfielder's role, because that's his natural position. He was still passing. You that you're supposed to be attacking. He was still passing. Of course, he got a chance. True be told, he got a chance where he played short. He could do that if he's also playing in his role. I believe that if Enzo Fernandez had played in his position today, we would have gotten best. We would have got best result out of him. We would have got best result out of Enzo. But today he was playing as what? As a defensive midfielder. So that doesn't make sense for me, honestly. You saw you saw what Enzo play. Look, Baba Jaja is saying something here. The problem is that Poch needs to change the starting lineup. He needs to think of how to use a player that can score. His plan spoiled since Nkuku got injury. Now he's expecting Nkuku to come back till they can start scoring. No, that a good coach shouldn't build a team on a player. Thank you, Baba Jeje. A good coach shouldn't build. It is very wrong. Yes, and I will argue that it is very wrong for a coach. It is not for a coach to say, "Oh, I build my strategy on a player." It is very wrong. So if the player eventually gets injured, just like Inkuku got injured, what would be an alternative solution? A good coach needs to be pragmatic. I repeat, a good coach needs to be pragmatic. Things happen. Things you never would plan for. Things you never envisaged. They happen. Ability to cope amidst the ulabalu, the odors of life is what makes a man, is what make a good coach. That amidst problems that your team is facing, your club is facing, you still stand tall. You still what? You still try to make alternative solutions. That's what make a good coach. So you complaining that Uncle Ko is injured, and that's why my strategy has not been working. That's I think that's a flimsy excuse. That's a flimsy excuse. As a good coach, you need to be critical in your thinking. You need to be critical in your thinking. It's not only researchers that think critically. No, everyone is expected to think critically at a point in life, at a point in what you are doing. So as a coach, I have expected Pochettino to be pragmatic, to be critical, not be saying that it's because of Nkuku's injury that makes the team to no. That you have materials, they are young, let them bond, let them connect with each other. Modric and Jackson were trying to connect with each other today. I saw that. I saw that connection. I saw that bonding popping up. But what? Pochettino neutralized it by removing Modric. In fact, the player I expected Pochettino to remove today was Sterling. Sterling didn't click. Yes, to tell you the truth, with the exception of that free kick he played, I didn't see anything that Raheem Sterling played today. He should have been removed instead of Modric. What Modric? Let me tell you, I'm a psychologist. I'm a social scientist. I'm an educator. The problem that Modric is facing, as I observe, in my opinion, is what? Is because he has what? Low confidence level. The confidence level of Modric is low at the moment. He's doing a lot of work in the training sessions. In fact, we learned that he was overtraining himself in the gym. So the only thing he, he needs from the coach is for the coach to give him playing time, irrespective. Just give him like maybe you give him like 4 consecutive playing times. You will see the best of Modric. You will see the best of Modric. Another one. Thank you, Baba JJ. I want to thank you for reminding me about Palmer. I think Palmer need to start again against Aston Villa next week. Palmer need to start, but let Palmer be in his position. Palmer also was given a role that he doesn't usually. He's not. He doesn't usually play that role. Let Palmer go off from. Let him support. Let Palmer, Enzo, Enzo. Let them support Jackson. Let them support Jackson. Putting Palmer at the midfield, I don't think it will yield anything for me because like we are wasting him. Palmer, I've watched Palmer's matches. I mean previous matches where he has scored, and I could see the way he was used. Those are the things that Pochettino is supposed to be what to be observing, to be watching, not no playing players in the wrong positions at the moment. This is not the moment to be experimenting. We are experimenting and we are getting bad, bad, bad experimental results. So we just need to be pragmatic. Don't experiment again. We don't need this. We are tired of experimenting. Put these players in their right positions. Let them deliver. Let them bond. Let them connect. They are young, and because they are young, they are vulnerable. They are vulnerable. Especially now, you are playing them in the wrong positions. They will be more vulnerable to making mistakes. They will be more vulnerable. You are creating more. You are in fact. I would say Pochettino is intensifying the vulnerability of those players. That's what he's doing. If you are playing players in their wrong positions, you are what? You are increasing their level of vulnerability, especially young players who, young players who do not have enough experiences. Yes, our squad is young. And that's why at this moment, Arsenal players are playing better. Mr. Ayola Toyibu, he has something to say. Sir, Pochettino is not a coach. The owner has just signed a wrong coach. So when I want to sign that time, I know we are not going to get any achievement from this guy. I agree with Ayola. I would say I agree with Ayola because what I'm saying now looks amateurish to me. Pochettino's strategies now look amateurish to me. Honestly, how will you be putting Enzo in Kalaga's position? Ah 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 ah. Sure, we don't know. We know the strength of Kalaga, but we know he can't play. He can't play that position. You want to replace strength with what? With skills. World Cup player. You want to replace what strength with skills, or maybe because Kalaga, I won't. I don't want to play. I don't want to play that English card. That maybe Kalaga is English. No, I don't think so. But one thing that is very sacrosanct is that you can't replace strength with skills or vice versa, or replace skills with strength or replace strength with skills. They have unique roles they play in humans' life and in clubs life. Club, a team needs strength. A team also need to acquire skills, or better still, to make use of skills, to make use of skillful players in their right positions, and to make use of players with strength. But Olaitan Ogunjana, I think, if I'm right, I think Olaitan Ogunjana, that name is ringing in my memory. That should be my former student, if I'm right. Olaitan confirm, because this Ogunjana, Olaitan Ogunjana, I think that could be one of my former students. But sir, don't you think these guys are too young and we need time to gel? Take a look at the last international break. Some so-called Chelsea first team starter were playing for under 21. I've just said that they are young. And I kept using the word. Oh, like Tambawoni. When I saw that name, I said, no, this is one of my former students. This is one of my Kujometa. That's good. It's good to see you here. Yeah. Now let me talk about what Lighton said. I have said it. I kept using the word bonding. I kept using those terms: bonding, connecting. There is a reason why there's a reason why I keep using those two terms. The reason why I'm using connecting and bonding, let me just put it together, in order not to waste time, is that truly we have young squad, because all our regular players that we used for last season, virtually 90% of them had left. 90% of those players they had left Chelsea. So we are now having a new team comprising young players. We have a new team comprising young players. Our present new score now comprises young players. Young players. So when you have a new team like that, you give them time to bond together, to bond. And because they are young, they need time to connect together as well. Because if they don't bond and they don't connect, their vulnerability will be more pronounced. And that's what we are seeing now. We could see the demonstration of the fluency in our game. But fluency of game, having possession in a match does not automatically give you results. It doesn't. What gives results is how cohesive a team is. A team that is not cohesive, a team that is not bonding, a team that is not connecting well with each other will not give any result. Will not yield any result. So they need that time to bond together, to connect together. And that time, as they are connecting, a good coach will allow them to bond rightly. When I say rightly, to bond together in each player's position, in each player's rightful position, not in each player's experimentally position. I would say experimentally inspired position. Let me put it like that. You don't put player you don't put your players in experimentally inspired positions. No, because they may not what even give you the result that you want. And fans will become fans. You'll be what frustrating the fans. All Chelsea fans around the world now are what they are frustrated. Let me. Ayola is saying something now. The problem that we have in that team is the owner. It is just taking the decision on his own. And it's not consult anybody before he will do what it. Ọ̀rẹ́ kún tó ń tẹ̀rín. Ayola, yes, we are just frustrated. I know. Lord Precious. Uh, uh, okay. I think let me look at it. Lord Precious, I'm disappointed in Pochettino. Very sorry, Precious. Ayola further said that, but it did not supposed to release all those players they released that time. When the transfer went to close, I did not expect them to release Lukaku because we did not have any striker to support Jackson today. Jackson was totally weak today and he could not find the person to replace him. You are trying to sign a striker and you did not see the striker to sign. They're supposed to release the person that they have not seen a person that they want to sign because of him. Yes, let me just talk about. Let me pull out an important point from Ayola's comment. Yes, it would have been better if we have retained Lukaku, but you don't force a player to stay when he doesn't want to stay. That's what I can say about Lukaku. You don't force a player to stay when a player himself doesn't want to stay. Lukaku has said it many times that he doesn't want to wear that jersey again. He doesn't want to play for Chelsea. So I don't see anything wrong from allowing him to go where his mind, his heart lies. So I don't see any wrong thing in that. Lukaku never wanted to play for Chelsea again. And it's good that they allowed him to go. That's for that. But it would have been a good addition if maybe behaviorally he's sound and he's really he has the interest of Chelsea at heart. It would have been better. But for me, the heart of Lukaku was elsewhere, and it's good that Chelsea allow him to go where his mind is. So the only thing I would have said is that maybe Chelsea would have gotten a supporting striker before the transfer market closed. They would have gotten before the transfer market closed. But with players that we have currently, I still believe that a good coach will make good out of those players. See what Ugochukwu played today. That guy is a beast. See what he plays today. That guy was just playing everywhere on the pitch. So it depends on the coach. Like what I've said, I'm not a coach. I'm just an analyst, and I'm just a fan. So, but I could see that uh, if a coach is serious, you can turn things around with the resources at your disposal. You can turn things around. Actually, um, uh, that's what I can say about that. Let me check Baba Jeje. Baba Jeje said if Poch wants to last long at Chelsea, he needs to be winning this time around and stop telling us that We have to win every single game. And it's not winning any of it. Because this season, everything is fighting for themselves. I just need to fight back. This season is truly, 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 yes. Truly every club is fighting. We and Chelsea should not be an exceptional. So club that will not fight. Chelsea shouldn't be an exception. We need to keep fighting. And we need to keep fighting. We need to keep moving. We need to keep getting results. It's not about even fighting. If you are fighting and you are not getting results, that's that kind of fighting is tantamount to futility. That kind of fighting effort is tantamount to futility. So, it is not that they want to force him to stay. They are the one that they did not want to settle the matter between each other. This supposed no. If you are talking about Lukaku, I would say Lukaku really what Lukaku doesn't want it. Like Ayola, that's what I would say. Lukaku that was talking publicly, that was defaming Chelsea publicly. You are talking about the club that bought you more than £100 million. You are what? Tongue-lashing them publicly. In the interview, doing interview with the journalist, saying rubbish. No, Abba. You don't, even if our children, let me put it like this, maybe you will understand better. Our children, of course, some of them, they are silly sometimes. In what they do, when you see what your children are doing, they are silly sometimes. They do some silly things, but you will not say because they do some silly things that you will be what? You will be badmouthing your children outside, and vice versa as well. Your parents may be doing some silly things at times. Yes, I'm a parent, so I'm telling you. We could be doing some silly things at times as well. We may even get it wrong sometimes. But you don't, because your parents are not getting it right, that does not give you an audacity to go public and be saying rubbish thing about your parents. If you do that, then the wrath of God will be upon you, because my own Bible says that it is what expected for it is an obligation for children to respect their parents. So it's an obligation for Lukaku to respect Chelsea, who bought him, who is paying his salary. So it is expected, whatever happens behind the scene, it is expected.
ayé ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wo ni MohBad ṣẹ̀ o.
Wetin kí ìmọ̀lẹ̀ ta ló pa ìmọ̀lẹ̀ o.
Nígbà tó yẹ kó búyọ ó yẹ ká mọ̀.
MohBad, the light MohBad, ìmọ̀lẹ̀ MohBad, the name we knew.
Ìlérí Olúwa Ọládìméjì o, ọmọ alọ́ba, the name we knew. With a voice so unique, lyrics so strong, a unique talent, a story to be told. MohBad, ìmọ́lẹ̀ MohBad, the name we knew. Ta ló paná ògo ìmọ́lẹ̀?
From the street to the state,
tí ò fẹ́ kógo ìmọ́lẹ̀ yọ.
MohBad for this way.
Ta ló paná ògo ìmọ́lẹ̀?
From the street to the state,
tí ò fẹ́ kógo ìmọ́lẹ̀ yọ.
MohBad for this way.
Who get the glory of MohBad?
From the street to the state,
For MohBad glory not to shine.
MohBad for this way.
Who keep the glory of MohBad?
From this rain to this day.
For MohBad glory not to shine, oh.
MohBad for this way.
They try to dim his light. They try to block his way. Ṣùgbọ́n nínú ọkàn wa, your legacy is divine. MohBad, the light, MohBad, ìmọ́lẹ̀ MohBad, the name we knew. Ìlérí Olúwa, Ọládìméjì o, ọmọ Alọ́ba, the name we knew. Though you face battles, you still stood up. In our memory, you will never fall. Though you raise your voice, you cried out loud, but silence met you from the crowd. Assaulted, you were around, you reported, nothing was done.
Now they speak of love, assurance in peace.
But where them day when you dey struggle? The world was silent, the lights turned away. But where them day when you dey struggle? MohBad wọ́n ti pa ẹ́, ojú wọn ti dá.
Though you are gone, your music go drive.
Ẹni pa gúnugún kìí kádùn. Ẹni pa gúnugún kìí kádùn. Ẹni pa àkàlàmàgbò kìí pọ̀ṣù. Ẹni pa gúnugún ṣe kìí kádùn. Ẹni pa àkàlàmàgbò kìí pọ̀ṣù. Má sùn rẹ lọ MohBad, the race is over. No one can chase you anymore. Ẹni bá lọ́wọ́ nínú ikú MohBad. May their days be few, the other men take their places. May their buying tire tọmọtọmọ.
Orula leda o.
May their days be few, the other men take their places. May their buying tire tọmọtọmọ. Bàbá lé ní báwo bàbá ni ìwọ̀n lábá ní ṣọ̀tá mọ́. The other men take their places. May their buying tire tọmọtọmọ. Ẹni bá lọ́wọ́ nínú ikú, ìlérí Olúwa, ọmọ Alọ́ba o. Má sùn re lọ MohBad, má jẹ́ kó ló má jọkùnrùn. Òótọ́ bá jẹ lájúlé ọ̀run kò bá wọn jẹ. Gbogbo ẹbí rẹ̀ ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀. Bella Smuda ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ o. Gbogbo olórin ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀. Gbogbo àwọn fans ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ o. Gbogbo Ìkòròdú wọn ò má gbẹ̀yìn. Gbogbo Nigerians ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ o. Gbẹ̀ngà Afọláyan ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀.
Yeah, that's a tribute song that I did for our late brother, talented musician, glorious musician that left this world shockingly on the 12th of September this year. I'm talking about MohBad. For those of you who are not Nigerians, some of you may know him, some of you may not know him, but I think also is one of the most promising young talented artists in Nigeria that I can say, yeah, it's one of the promising guys, more promising artists in Nigeria. And he just died, you know what, in a shocking manner last week, and I just felt that I needed to also just to do a song for him. Unfortunately, I never knew him when he was alive. That's just the truth. It was after he passed on that I got to know him and I dig deeper into his story. And just a few hours ago, I learned that he was also a Blue. Honestly, that he was a great Chelsea fan. So That's for I've said earlier. I pray that the Almighty God will give his family the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss. So this is just my own condolence to the family of Ileri Oluwa Dimeji Aloba, popularly known as MohBad. Now back to Chelsea's. A lot of comments are here actually, and I will be going through it one by one. Ah, Chabala, how are you? Chabala is from Zambia. He's watching me from Zambia. Good to see you, Chabala. Yes, let me start from Lighton. Lighton said, Lakaka is not worth it, I beg. Flaovic would have been perfect, but according to Poch, they are trying not to block the path of Broja, who is coming back from injury. Our injury worries is terrible, and adding to the downfall of Chelsea, Poch should take the blame alone. Well, because of today's match, I will say is Pochettino needs to take the blame, just like Tony is saying. I will just there's no he we have failed to get at least better points from 15 points in 5 games so far. So you cannot just be blaming players. Yes, it is the players play to instruction. Was it player that put himself in what is Enzo that put himself in Kalaga's position? Was it Kalaga that put himself in Enzo's position? Was it not coach? Was it not the one what that came up with the strategy? Pochettino needs to get that that talk now. You get some some sensible stops into his brain because his strategy is not working. Actually, it's not working. I'm sorry if I'm saying things in a non-professional way today. It's because of my anger. I'm angry. I'm angry. Because how will you have that kind of great and yes, I use great and promising young players, and you keep saying that it's because of Nkuku, or you are putting them in their what in the wrong positions. You get best results from players when you put them in their positions, in the position they have strength. Why will you put Palmer in the midfield? Palmer that used to that was a scorer in at Manchester City. Then I was also reading what Palmer wrote said this a few days ago that well, it's a new role that Pochettino has given him to be playing midfield. So how will you put someone that who has sense go? You now put him midfield. How will he score? The little time that Palmer had today in today's game, I could see daily touches, professional touches from him. If those professional touches were to be used as attacking touches, I know it will what it will give us goals. But how will you be doing that? It just means fit. So for me, I agree with you. I agree with you. Our injuries are worrisome. Our injuries are worrisome, and meanwhile, Vlahovic as well. People do not know that Vlahovic also is an injury-prone player. Yes, he's an maybe you don't know. Go and take your time and read about Vlahovic. Some of that we didn't buy Vlahovic. Don't forget that Chelsea also they have scouts who do all this job of what scouting for players, and they also get reports from players before they buy. Will you just buy a product without knowing the details of the product? You want to buy an anthem and you don't know the details of an anthem you want to buy. You will just waste your money. So they also do some underground investigation about the product they want to buy, about the player they want to buy first. So that's what I can say about Flahovic. Lukaku doesn't want it actually. Yeah, that's what I would say. The coach that we need. Your lies, brutal. Don't let me read that. Uh, Chabala. It's going to be difficult in long season because Chelsea can't score goals. It's worrisome. If we are still using this Pochettino as our coach, I did not see any progress. Let's be hopeful at the moment. Let's be hopeful. Light on Inter Milan also got their share of what Lakaka did to Chelsea. Kissing badges everywhere, only to them. Lakaka. Our next match, I pray we win, hopefully, by God's grace. Baba JJ, we must try and win Aston Villa next week. We will win. Because we will also try to beat us and pray we will win. We win. Ayola again. I did not see anything that we cannot lie to beat. They will just continue losing. We won't lose. Things will change for better. Things will change. I don't know the player to use. I need not know how to do substitution. Let me tell you, each club goes through a lot of problem. Actually, each club goes through problem, but ability to come out of the problem is what makes a cohesive team. So we will pass through this problem by God's grace. We will pass through. Now I am now what I've been. What I've been. I've been so critical. Now I want to talk like a loyal fan. This is the time our club needs us. This is the time, and this is the time they really need us. Yeah, they need us at this time because this time is the time they the time they are going through a lot, including coach. But we do not need to add salt upon injury. Hmm? I know if we look at what I said in this song, you also feel that pain. Let me just play it, but I will still remain. I won't. I will remain. Yeah.
How on earth have we
Look
spent
at
£1
what I said.
billion and we're still
So,
losing to a 10-man West Ham? They don't even have rice anymore. I can't do this every season. Sort
you,
it out.
you see
Our
what he's saying.
strength fire fuels our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our
We
lesson.
lost to the West Ham.
Luton Town fair 3 goals we scored and claim our right. In unity we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
We will still conquer.
Gbẹ̀ngà
We will still conquer.
Fọláyan
We
kí
will still
ló
conquer.
sọ
I believe.
Our strength fire
kí
fuels
ló wí
our
Gbẹ̀ngà
might.
lórí
From
Chelsea.
West Ham's
I
challenge,
believe.
we
Ogun
learn
ti yá,
our
I
lesson.
ogun
believe.
ti yá,
Luton
ogun
It
ti
has
yá.
become
Town
a
fair 3 goals we scored and
Ṣebí
claim our
jagunjagun
right.
ní Chelsea o.
Unity we
Ogun ti
conquer,
yá.
claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
Ọmọge yìí ó tó lọ
Our
sàn.
strength fire fuels
Fara lọ
our
sàn.
might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Luton Town fair 3 goals we scored and claim our right.
We will deserve.
Unity we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
Chelsea need to sort it out. Chelsea needs to sort it out. Chelsea need to sort it out. There is a problem. In fact, there are problems. There are problems that need to be sorted out. So Chelsea need to sort it out. They've got to sort it out. They've got to sort it out. If you are watching this live broadcast and you have not shared, please help me share it. Let's share it. Let's share it. I've not talked about sharing it. At least we have used almost 1 hour 30 minutes now, almost 1 hour 24 minutes, and oh, thank you. People have actually shared it, and if you are online and you have not shared this broadcast, please keep sharing it now. I'm happy to see one of my former students here today, Olaitan Ogunjana. It's been a long time I've heard from him. It's also, I could recall that he's also a Chelsea fan, during the time I was teaching them. So I'm happy to reconnect with one of my former students in Nigeria, Olaitan Ogunjana. Thank you for being part of this. If you are still here, I want to just recognize you, to recognize you. He was one of my good students then. And I'm happy after a long time to reconnect with him here. So when I saw that surname, I saw the name, I said, no, this name, this name is just, it's not, it's just familiar to me. I thought, like, Ogunjana, I just began to recall a lot of good things that we had together in those years. So thank you for being part of this live broadcast, Olaitan Ogunjana. I want to encourage all Chelsea fans to take heart. It is a real time for us, especially you see our neighbors winning, Tottenham winning, Arsenal winning, and Chelsea. It get as a B, it get as a B. We just need to encourage ourselves. We need to move on. Aston Villa is the next game. We should what? We should be positive that we are going to win. Don't forget, blue is the color, Chelsea is the name, and the sky is still blue. Football is the game. My name is Benga for Lion. This is where I'm going to wrap up to this live broadcast. It's been wonderful to connect with you guys. Even amidst amidst the current crisis that we are experiencing, it's a pleasure for me to connect with you guys. Even so, it's not so easy actually. Yeah, it's 6:14 a.m. Monday, Western Australian time. So that means meanwhile it's almost 1 hour 27 minutes that I've been doing this live broadcast. So thank you so much. Baba JJ, I've said something. Make one person help us talk to Push that he needs to be serious about this beginning of the season. The beginning of the season will make us. Oh, Baba JJ is making a good point. The beginning of the season really matters. Yes, I agree with you. We make us know where we are going to finish at the end of the season. Though we still have plenty to go. Yeah, I agree with you. We don't have time. Our performance now will determine how we are going to end how we are going to the position we are going to end with at the end of the season. So I agree with Baba Jeje. Thank you, all of you, for being part of the program. Once again, my prayer for the family of MohBad. My prayer for them. My condolences to them as them. So I have them. I'm praying for them. I'm praying for the family, and also I have also contributed my own quota by also doing that tribute song for MohBad. So this is where I'm going to wrap up the live broadcast for today. Thank you, Baba Jeje. Thank you, Lighton. Thank you, everyone who has been so amazing in today's live broadcast. God bless you all. And I want to say good night on this note. Goodbye for now.
Ayé ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wo ni MohBad ṣẹ̀ o.
Wetin kí mọ̀lẹ́ ta ló pa ìmọ̀lẹ̀ o.
Nígbà tó yẹ kó búyọ ó yẹ ká mọ̀.
MohBad, the light MohBad, ìmọ̀lẹ̀ MohBad, the new we new.
Ìlérí Olúwa Ọládìméjì o, ọmọ alọ́ba, the new we new. With a voice so unique, lyrics so strong, a unique talent, a story to be told. MohBad, ìmọ́lẹ̀ MohBad, the new we new. Ta ló paná ògo ìmọ́lẹ̀?
From the street to the state.
Tí ò fẹ́ kógo ìmọ́lẹ̀ yọ.
MohBad for this way.
Ta ló paná ògo ìmọ́lẹ̀?
From the street to the state.
Tí ò fẹ́ kógo ìmọ́lẹ̀ yọ.
MohBad for this way.
Who get the glory of MohBad?
From the street to the state.
For MohBad glory not to shine.
MohBad for this way.
Who get the glory of MohBad?
From the street to the state.
For MohBad glory not to shine, oh.
MohBad for this way.
They try to dim his light. They try to block his way. Ṣùgbọ́n nínú ọkàn wa, your legacy is divine. MohBad, the light, MohBad, ìmọ́lẹ̀ MohBad, the name we knew. Ìlérí Olúwa, Ọládìméjì o, ọmọ Alọ́ba, the name we knew. Though you face battles, you still stood up. In our memory, you never fall. Though you raise your voice, you cried out loud. But silence met you from the crowd. Assaulted, you were around. You reported, nothing was done.
Now they speak of love, assurance in peace.
But where them day when you dey struggle? The world was silent, the lights turned away. But where them day when you dey struggle? MohBad wọ́n ti pa ẹ́, ojú wọn ti dá.
Though you are gone, your music will drive.
Ẹni pa gúnugún kìí ká dùn. Ẹni pa gúnugún kìí ká dùn. Ẹni pa àkàlàmàgbò kìí pọ̀ṣù. Ẹni pa gúnugún ṣe kìí ká dùn. Ẹni pa àkàlàmàgbò kìí pọ̀ṣù. Má sùn rẹ lọ MohBad, the race is over. No one can chase you anymore. Ẹni bá lọ́wọ́ nínú ikú MohBad. May their days be few, the other men take their places. May they buy ìtayà tọmọtọmọ.
Òru ńlá lẹ́dà o.
May their days be few, the other men take their places. May they buy ìtayà tọmọtọmọ. Bàbá lé ní báwo bàbá ni ìwọ̀n lábá ní ṣọ̀tá mọ́. The other men take their places. May they buy ìtayà tọmọtọmọ. Ẹni bá lọ́wọ́ nínú ikú, ìlérí Olúwa, ọmọ Alọ́ba o. Má sùn re lọ MohBad, má jẹ́ kó ló má jọkùnrùn. Òótọ́ bá jẹ lájúlé ọ̀run kò bá wọn jẹ. Gbogbo ẹbí rẹ̀ ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀. Bella Smuda ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ o. Gbogbo olórin ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀. Gbogbo àwọn fans ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ o. Gbogbo Ìkòròdú wọn ò má gbẹ̀yìn. Gbogbo Nigerians ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ o. Gbẹ̀ngà Afọláyan ṣe léde lẹ́yìn rẹ̀. Imagine not liking football, you will never understand.
This is what make it special.
In every
All over the
line,
world,
it's not over till it's over.
life is a roller coaster.
We fight until the end. Life comes at you.
Life comes at you.
It comes so quick.
Tell me waiting them day, call us now.
Then they para. Be careful.
They don't live here.
Ẹ ṣọ́ra fún wọn. They no dey fear. Imagine not liking football, you will never understand. This is what make it special. In every
All over the
line,
world,
it's not over till it's over.
life is a roller coaster.
We fight until the end. life comes at you.
It comes at all.
It comes so
Èkó
quick.
níyàn rògbò níyàn kí má bá ti wá jẹ́.
Asna dona, asna de para. If your club just best man, asna no if you asna no devia. Also me tactics asna, asna. Kashora fún wọn, asna
Àwọn yìnbọn.
asna de para. If your club just best man, asna go eat you asna no devia. Also me tactics asna, asna.
Tòróró náà jẹ́.
Tiri toro lásná fún wọn, tiri toro
Drama yìí ti ń pọ̀ jù.
tiri toro lásná fún wọn, tiri toro lọ.
Ìyà yìí ti pọ̀ jù.
Tiri toro lásná
Ó
fún
pọ̀
wọn,
jù.
tiri toro lásná fún wọn, tiri toro lọ.
Ìfọwọ́ba
Tiri toro
títí
lásná
paná
fún wọn,
kan.
tiri toro
Tìrì
lásná fún
tòróró.
wọn, tiri toro
Lásà
lásná
fún
fún
wọn
wọn,
jẹ́.
tiri toro lọ.
Tìrì tòróró.
Toro lásná fún wọn, tiri toro lásná fún wọn, tiri toro
Ṣòro
lásná
tájà bá
fún
ṣe
wọn,
wí.
tiri toro